friends, welcome back to KimPins and welcome to a special holiday KimPins video. Today's gonna be a little bit different. I wanted to do, we'll call it a retrospective of DIY gifts. Now this video is special to me because this is really what got me into kind of Pinterest specific crafts. So starting, I don't know, 2013 or so, I actually started doing DIY gifts for my family and doing like kind of like a gift basket type thing. I just got to the point where they didn't need any more stuff. You know, we were all adults and I thought it'd be more fun to make them some gifts. Today we're gonna do a highlight of their favorite gifts slash my favorite gifts because there have been some things that I made that I had like extras that I got to try out as well. But I thought it'd be good for this week to put out this video. There's still a week till Christmas. Hanukkah doesn't start till Monday, so you have the weekend. If you need some last minute gifts, some of these are very quick to put together. So let's jump on in. I have a few different categories. I just kind of went through my Pinterest and picked out the ones that I thought turned out really well or were requested year after year. And I have them in some main categories. I have a category for kids, kind of short, beauty gifts, food gifts, and then kind of like home type items. And then we have a bonus round at the end that I'm also excited about. So for all of these that I'm gonna list, I'm gonna link all of the pins below that I use to create them. I think I've tracked all of them down from over the years. So they'll all be posted below in the description. So let's get started with kids. It's a shorter category. First and foremost, Play-Doh. Play-Doh is actually very easy to make for kids. The one I have pinned below, very easy, came together nicely. It does take a little muscle to like mix it up. Another great gift has been these crayons. I'll insert a picture here. There's tons and tons of different pins for this, but it's basically melting different crayons together to do like a rainbow type crayon. I always did them just in a normal like disc shape. You can get lots of fun molds to do different shapes. Bit of a pain in the butt to get all of the papers off the crayons, but this is great if you have kids yourself and you're making gifts for other kids or for your kids to kind of take any broken crayons that they might not be using, throw those together. So the rainbow crayon was a big hit as well. And another successful gift was made for a friend's kid, but this Lego tray, which was nice. So it has that Lego base, but it was an easy gift. It's also a great one. You know, the base of the wood where you put the Lego tray on, you will probably have to go get a specific piece, but the wood that goes along the sides, that could probably be scrap wood that you have laying around depending on what your woodworking life is like. And then I just did a box of like general Legos that went with it. So it was cool. And I do have a couple other gifts that are specifically food items that I did for the kids as well. So I'll just kind of highlight which ones of those were more like food, but also went to the kids. Next up, we have home items. I'm just gonna call it the home item section. We have, and we've done this kind of basic idea on the channel before in a video, but this marbled trinket tray, I really loved it. I actually made one for myself. So I made a couple. The first one I did kind of had like some fingerprints and stuff in it. So I kept that for myself and was very useful for years. I have a sister-in-law that is a librarian, so she's a big reader. So I did these button bookmarks for her one year. Very, very easy. You just hot glue them to a big paper clip and you have your bookmark. Something that would be useful for the reader in your life. Now this last one for kind of home type items is this tonal portrait. Now this picture here is the watercolor version. I did not, when I did these, I did not do watercolor. I did it in acrylic. My preference has always been acrylic, but the general idea is the same. And as of at least a year or two ago, they mentioned a site specifically called like PicMonkey or something, and it has the ability to do that tonal separation on a photo that you upload. It was free. They may have made it not free at some point. It was very easy to do once you had a computer program to do the tonal separation for you. Let's get into some beauty items. So this was a really fun category for me. This was a lot of stuff where I got to try it out myself. So we have made this whipped body butter. It does require a mixer. So if you don't have a mixer, maybe don't attempt that one. There was also the whipped shaving cream. that stuff was really, really nice. I would definitely make it again. Another favorite is this hand scrub that is, it's basically Dawn dish soap, but it's like the Power Hands or whatever they call it, that's supposed to have good stuff for your hands in it, with sugar in it. So easy to come together and really nice. It's great to exfoliate the hands. I've also done a foot scrub version where it's the same idea, just instead of sugar, I did Epsom salt. Another great soap-based gift was this soap loofah. I think it's like a natural sea loofah thing. Anyway, I got them from Amazon. They were the long loofah-like sponge things, and I cut them into discs, and then you put that in your soap mold, and I just did like melt and pour soap base. It was really nice because it gave you that exfoliation too. Now I have also made beeswax lip balm. I was a big fan of that, and if I were to make it again, I would get the actual like twist lip balm containers off Amazon. And I also made lotion bars, which was also kind of beeswax based. I don't know if you've seen the EOS lotion bars where you just like rub, it's like a more solid, almost like a bar soap, but it's lotion. And then last but not least in the beauty category is something for the men in your life. I have made homemade beard oil, which has been a huge hit for everybody that I've made it for. So it's just nice to nourish that. You know, if you're a man and you're gonna have the beard, you need to take care of it. And moving on to the food category. The food category, I'm gonna say first and foremost, kind of across different things, like with the beard oil and a lot of these go in mason jars type things, you wanna watch your costs because it can get very tempting to go to like the container store and get a bunch of containers, which will run up the price. Watch out on your container cost. So I will start with vanilla extract. I always use just straight vanilla beans and vodka. I would tell my sister-in-law, let it sit until it looks like vanilla extract. It does take a while. So that's a fun one for the baker in your life. Speaking of things you can make with alcohol, I think what really the first thing I did was infused alcohol. I've done all sorts of different flavors of alcohol, and I'm not talking about like crushing up Jolly Ranchers. I'm talking about like cinnamon sticks, and I've done jalapeno vodka, coffee whiskey, which was really good. I'm not a whiskey drinker, but that was a good one. All sorts of different flavors that you can do with infused alcohol. That one takes some planning though, because you do have to let it sit normally for about 2 weeks to let those flavors infuse. I also did bacon whiskey and bacon vodka. Really great in like a Bloody Mary. So infused alcohol's always a hit. I've also done infused olive oils. Those were pretty easy. My family, they like to cook. They love food. Something like an infused oil was fun for them, as well as I did seasoned salt. Can do all sorts of different flavors. I did like a lemon, I did a sriracha salt. That was really good. I think I did lemon, sriracha, oh, and garlic. Of course, you just roasted garlic, mix it with a bunch of like really coarse sea salt, dry it out, and then package it up. I've also done more for my brother's barbecue sauce. This is not linked below because it's from a specific barbecue book that I can't remember, but there's a yellow barbecue sauce that I like to make. And then just, I kind of would do a rub with that too, which is like a basic salt, sugar, and then I just throw a bunch of stuff in there. But I've also done hot sauce. So tons of different hot sauce recipes out there. You can get really creative with it. They're pretty easy. I have also done these bread and butter pickles, and I'm a big pickle fan. They were delicious. That same year I made some dill pickles, but I didn't get a chance to try those. I'm gonna recommend the bread and butter pickles, so good. Now, the year that my brother and sister-in-law had their first child, I also put together for them a bunch of freezer meals. And I think when I walked into their house with this box full of gallon-sized bags of frozen foods, I think they thought I was nuts. But I was like, listen, my niece was born in December, so she was a newborn at Christmas, and I was like, I think this is gonna work out for you guys, because it was like crock pot meals. I think they thought I was crazy at first, did end up working out for them. And along the lines of sweet things, I've made some different crock pot candies. That's basically melting a bunch of chocolate together, thrown in some peanuts and pretzels and like caramels if you want, and then you just dump them out, package those up. That's a great one. I don't have a specific pin for that, but I do have a specific pin for cordial cherries. My stepdad loves these. I've only made them once. They are very, very good, but that paste that you mix up that turns into the liquid is so sticky. So proceed with caution, but they are very good. And then these sugar almonds, these were good. And you can do almonds, you can do pecans. And then my last two food ones are ones that went to the kids. We did the cookies in a jar. I did that for my niece. Though I will say in the, these pictures, it's all cute and layered. So I did all the layering. By the time I wrapped it and she opened it, it all mixed up in the jar. But if you're looking for that like Pinterest layered look, don't wrap it, maybe give it in a gift basket. And then hot chocolate mix. Hot chocolate mix is pretty easy to make. They enjoyed it. The hot chocolate mix is definitely something I've tried. I think it's really good. I throw a little bit of cinnamon in mine. And to bring it all home, we're gonna do a special category, and this is gifts from KimPins. So I pulled together a playlist. I will link it up here for you of things that we've done on the channel that I think would make really great gifts. First up, we have our etched rocks glasses. So you can do rocks glasses, pint glasses, any clear glass etched if you have the Cricut, or if you want to get a stencil and do the etching, makes a great gift. The cement ring holder, very similar to kind of like the trinket marbled clay dish. It's always a useful gift if you have someone you know wears a lot of rings. It was pretty easy to put together. Our bird feeder, if you have a bird lover in your life. Now in that video, here's what it should look like. Watch when you glue it. And here's kind of a throwback. The bubble bars, they were great. They were so bubbly. If you have someone who likes baths, or this is another one that could be good for kids, make them some bubble bars. And then last but not least, another kid gift, when we made the kinetic sand. That was really fun. Our kids here enjoyed it. I'm sure the kids in your life would love it too. So there you go. There's your bonus round of videos that we've made together here on the channel. Reference that playlist. All the instructions for that are linked in those specific videos, so go to those videos to pull those links because the links below are gonna be pretty long. And if you're feeling so inclined, make some DIY gifts for your friends and family this holiday season for whatever you're celebrating. So it was fun for me to kind of put like fun gift baskets together with all this different stuff in there. It was fun for me to make all the stuff for them. So it was like a storm of fun for me. I got to craft, I got to think of gifts, I got to put it all together in a cute little package for everybody. And overall, the ones that I've mentioned in this video were big hits. So if you're really looking for ideas and you're maybe gonna try your own hand at some DIY stuff, maybe start with these. So that's this week's video. A little bit different. Let me know what you thought. Kind of a retrospective on my craft journey for sure, but I hope you enjoyed. And if you like this video, like this video. If you didn't like this video, like this video, and subscribe. Subscribe so you don't miss any of the other content coming out here for the rest of this month and for 2023. Again, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!